Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy is feeling relieved now that she's eventually forced Hope out of Forrester Creations. There are no doubt some other cuts Steffy would like to make at the company. And we don't just mean Logan's. Steffy formerly had a problem with reviving the jewelry line since Ivy is running the show. Although Steffy was glad to see Electra again, she was as thrilled about Ivy's return. Despite Steffy's attempt to shut down Ivy's pitch, Ridge overruled her and made this jewelry line reanimation be. Carter feels like Steffy lets her particular issues get in the way of good business opinions. Will Steffy prove Carter right by trying to force Ivy out next? Getting Hope out of Forrester Creations could buoy Steffy and make her determined to exclude any other sources of drama. Still, she might compass her kinsman's exit from the company too, if Steffy starts feuding with Ivy at the office on a regular basis. Electra is Ivy's protege and has learned a lot from her formerly. Ivy has taken Electra under her sect, so her bastard is learning fast. Maybe fast enough to take over as far as Steffy's concerned. It's easy to imagine Steffy wanting Electra to come further than just Ivy's adjunct. Steffy may put Electra on the fast track to a creation and contend she should be Ivy's equal. From there, Steffy could try to muscle Ivy out of Forrester Creations and let Electra fly solo. Electra might have some reservations about that since she doesn't have as important experience and values Ivy's moxie. Plus, Electra truly cares about Aunt Ivy and surely wouldn't want to betray her. It could leave Electra tempted to quit if Steffy tries to put her in charge while casting Ivy away. Steffy would inescapably get pushback from Ridge and Eric Forrester as well, but she may not let that stop her from colluding to cut Ivy loose. Further conflict passing between Ivy and Steffy, so that could lead to some blasting news if Ivy isn't careful. Steffy may make some other updates to the Forrester platoon, so stay tuned. Hope, Logan and Carter Walton have let themselves get swept up in some violent passions. In what felt like the blink of an eye, Carter and Hope went from musketeers to so much more. Lawrence St. Victor is a talented pantomime, so we'll give him plenitude of credit for playing Carter's newfound devotion to Hope. Carter clearly looks at Hope like she's the center of his world, so St. Victor is doing his part to vend this. Annika Noel is doing a great job on her end as well. Hope has eventually set up a Joe she can count on, so Noel's been dealing her characters thankful relief. That said, there's only so important actors can do when the jotting is flimsy. Hope and Carter's relationship was given no real figure up or substance at each, so this instant love story is flopping hard. In the November 6th occasion, Hope called Carter the man of her dreams before they eventually changed love professions. B&B was formerly moving way too presto, but now they've truly crossed into ridiculous home. In what macrocosm should Carter and Hope formerly be declaring their love for each other? We get that cleaner loves tend to move fleetly, but this plot is taking effects to a whole new position. As a result, there's surely been added counter-reaction on social media. Numerous observers are calling the show out on their attempt to make Hope and Carter some grand love story without earning it. Of course, some suckers have been laughing at B&B for acting like Carter and Hope are madly in love after a sprinkle of romantic occurrences. Others are authentically bothered since this story would have been so much better with a little further medication and time. Hope really should have been leaning on Carter in the months that followed Thomas Forrester's departure, not featuring about John Finnegan because of a one-sided crush. As for Carter, he claims he's had these passions for Hope for quite a while, but he no way gave off further than friendly vibes until lately. Hope and Carter's love came out of nowhere, so it's going to be tough for figure commodity that feels real now. How do you feel about Carter and Hope's rushed love? Do you suppose the show moved too snappily, especially by having Hope and Carter profess their collective love? Our prognostications point to Carter and Hope continuing on this speedy path, so we'll see if a fast marriage offer might be coming over soon. Hope and Carter's relationship will make further swells as it moves along, so stay tuned for updates on any stunning news to come. Hope and Carter agreed that last night was inconceivable. Although Carter abominated to gash himself down from Hope, he planned to go talk to Ridge Forrester and get him to reinstate Hope's line. Carter said he'd to exhaust every option and sounded cryptic about what would be if this plan failed. Hope was thankful to have Carter fighting for her, so he pledged to make this right and got one further kiss for the road. At Forrester Creations, Eric easily wasn't pleased about Hope getting the charge and asked if Steffy was sure about this. Hope was family as far as Eric was concerned, so he was worried about this news and assumed Brooke Logan was too. Rich conceded that Brooke wasn't happy, but he continued to support Steffy's choice. Steffy was adamant about Hope overpassing boundaries by making another move on Finn. Still, Eric slammed a brochure down and said it shouldn't have come to this. Steffy wished Hope could find another man and stay down from her hubby, but she acted like Hope brought this outgrowth on herself. Eric felt it was wrong to make commercial opinions grounded on particular grievances, and said Hope's blasting was particular. Indeed so, Steffy was adamant that Hope knew the consequences and now she had to pay the price. After Eric left, Steffy made a vaticination about Brooke turning on the waterworks and pushing all Eric's emotional buttons. Carter ultimately appeared in the CEO office with Ridge and Steffy, so he launched passionate defense of Hope. It was wrong for Steffy to throw down Hope in her line because of a misreading. At least that's how Carter felt about the situation. Steffy didn't know what was going on with Carter since he was aligning himself with Hope, but she advised that he demanded to be veritably careful. Carter wondered if he could only speak his opinion if he agreed with Steffy and Ridge. After Carter said Steffy couldn't take her particular battles into the boardroom, he suggested it showed a lack of leadership and refused to allow it. At Brooke's place, Zen reeled over what he'd missed while he was out of city. Steffy's decision to pull the draw on Hope's line now just didn't make sense to Zen. Brooke claimed it was particular, and that Hope had been banished from Forrester Creations altogether. Katie was there to back Brooke up since she was also outraged over the outgrowth for Hope. Once Zen got updates on the Finn misreading, he could see why Steffy might have a negative response. Still, Zen also believed Hope about it being an accident, and was worried about losing his part as Hope for the future's lead developer. Zen felt that Steffy demanded to put her particular passions away, and refocused out that her choice would bring counter-reaction. Hope showed up and agreed, but she suggested that perhaps Stopgap wasn't lost after all. Once Hope revealed that Carter was off trying to get through to Ridge, she hoped that he could stop what Steffy said and stir. Back at Forrester Creations, Lainey and Tony flirted with Will Spencer in the design office. Although Lainey tried to talk Will into private time after work, Will was more interested in playing up Electra Forrester's gift once she walked by. Despite Lainey's sweats to play down Electra as a newbie, Will acted like Electra was a seasoned pro who was helping Ivy Forrester with the jewelry line. Once Will was alone with Electra, he wanted to find out further about her. Will congratulated Electra's beauty and briefly mentioned the Hope situation before deciding it was stylish not to dish. As Will pushed for the story of Electra Forrester, he asked questions and mentioned some of her beautiful features. Will could tell that Electra was the kind of woman that made an impact, so they participated some cute moments together. Electra and Will's romantic future seems bright, but there's always drama around the corner.